LC announced to the table that he's looking to take over the entire South with his wheelings and dealings. This is one Easter egg that we can count on that will lead us to the new spinoff that's coming up for the family business. And it's gonna tie in quite nicely, and I'll explain how it's all gonna unfold coming up. The Duncan stomping ground in New York has been the nucleus of their successful empire so far. But what's going to happen when they take their business practices and dealings down south? The dirty South. We all know that the Duncan family goes beyond Vegas, Paris, Curtis, and Nene. They also have family in New Orleans as well. Now, LC is the big kahuna, right? The head honcho of the family. But they have other family members who are just as successful, maybe not as powerful, but just as successful. And one of those extended family members will be briefly joining the cast of the family business sooner than later. And that is Mr. Marquise Duncan, played by Brandon T. Jackson. Now, Brandon is the hard-headed cousin, one that goes against the grain and the instructions of his mother and just want to be hard, want to be down, want to be gangster, but he really a church boy in real life. Now, I don't know all of this, but that may be taking it to the extreme, but he'll briefly join the cast, and I say briefly because he and his mama gonna need some of that Duncan firepower down in Nowlands really, really soon. He needs the New York Duncans to come and help keep David Banner off the ass, like real bad. And we all know that this ain't gonna end well. It's about to be a whole lot of crime going down, a lot of drama taking place, a whole lot of hunching and munching, a lot of sexy, right? And the root work gonna be rooting. I wonder if Cousin Curtis gonna be down there doing any hunching. Because we know that Curtis, he came on the scene hunching and munching. So we may get more of the same, but I like Curtis, the character. He's such a badass, right? And he ain't afraid to speak his mind, no matter who he's talking to. He don't hold back at all, even with LC. But let me go ahead and get into this breakdown. It's not the episode synopsis. I don't have that yet, but this is what I do know. But before I begin, I've covered some of this in my family business spinoff video that I've published like a couple of months ago, and I'll leave it pinned and also in the video card up above. Now, Marquise Duncan, wait a minute, you know what? It may be Marcus, because y'all know how we do. We do the name sometimes. Somebody's name could be Sarah, and she'll say, no, it's not Sarah, it's Sarah. Okay, so it may be Marcus instead of Marquise. I'm not really sure. But anyway, his mama, Big Mama Shirley, played by LisaRaye, is the co-owner of a casino down in NOLA. She's co-owner with her brother, Floyd, played by Pooch Hall. And it's not what you think. Even though they're Duncans, all of their money is clean. They're running an upstanding casino, okay? Now, this ain't just any casino. This side of the Duncan clan acquired their establishment the right way. It's a place where celebrities hang out, right? It's a tourist spot. And then you have the support of the local community that keeps the place afloat on a daily basis, right? When all the celebrities and the tourists not keeping it too busy. So the casino is thriving business-wise. We also know that the biggest pastime in a casino is gambling. And you know what happens when all the drinking and the gambling start mixing. You get a whole lot of folk who think they can fight, who think... and a lot of folk who just get mad because they're losing their money. So that's trouble within itself. They inherited this business. They're descendants of heirs of the original plantation owner and his slave mistress. And Midnight Blues has been there in their family for generations, more than like 100 years. So it ain't brand new. So we've got a historical business and a mysterious death to solve. Somebody got killed in their spot, and the brother of the victim, he want to know what happened, and can't nobody tell him. So he finna cut up. He gonna let the dogs out, and they coming after Big Shirley, her family, and her business. And they can't just let that happen. She's worked really hard to keep the family honorable, to keep the entertainment staple in the community. So she's not gonna let this greasy, slimy underworld boss just take it because his brother got killed over a dice game. Well, I'm not sure if that's what really happened, but it makes sense, right? And I know that we're not used to seeing LisaRaye, aka Big Shirley, play all of these bubblegum, cotton candy, sex kitten roles, but not this time, not this time. Big Shirley didn't come to play no games. Let's just say that her and Chippy Duncan, they've got a lot in common, okay? Now, they're in the middle of this war with Jean LeBlanc, played by David Banner. Now, Big Shirley don't really back down for nobody, and she's far far from being a punk, and she's finding for the first time in her life that she's scared, y'all, and she's scared for her family too. So she sends Marquise, or Marcus, to Houston, Texas for his safety until all of this blows over, right? And again, this move is born out of fear. But Marcus feels like he has this point to prove and want to take matters into his own hands. So instead of going to Houston, Texas, he went to New York to start some right? He ran straight to LC house. And we know that the Duncans ain't running from no trouble. Hell, they create the trouble. But Marcus tells them what happened, and Vegas is the one who's gonna spearhead the play, right? He's gonna be the supervisor, the manager of the Southern chaos, if you will. And from what I know, this spinoff is gonna primarily feature Larry, Nene, Curtis, Lauren, and Kenny, as far as the characters from the main show goes, because they were on the scenes pretty heavy during filming, and I don't think that LC is going to be in the spinoff at all, but they've got enough crazy, sexy, cool to pull off the drama, all the drama, and keep us engaged for sure. Side note, did y'all know that Kenny, played by, I think his name is Sashaya Shaw, he's a comedian. And I hope I said his name right, Sashaya Shaw. I don't know. But anyway, he's funny, and who knew, right? Just check out his page. But instead of pulling out the big guns, he sent Lauren and Curtis down to check things out and to handle it. Aside from the drama that's going to take place, we can expect more sexy, more dark. Just think sexy and dark, right? And think New Orleans, y'all. Like, this is a classic recipe for some ooh-wee. Some ooh-wee. I can't wait to see it. Now, they're going to be taking on David Banner, who's the up-and-coming underworld boss. He's up-and-coming, which means that he ain't really quite there yet. So he's a boss in training. And I wonder which end of the underworld he's bossed up on. Is it drug trafficking, extortion, money laundering? Which one? I can't wait to find out. Let me know what y'all think, though, about this spinoff. Will you be watching? Crazy, sexy, cool? What y'all think? Will it be just as exciting as a family business? Well, yeah, of course it is. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. Wait, let me do it to the music. Hold up. I'll have to do it separately, but I got you. But if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you're a fan of Carl Weber's The Family Business like I am, they're coming back on Thursday evening. So make sure that y'all tuned in so y'all can follow along with me and my trash talk and my big mouth. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys, on Ruthless TV. I appreciate each and every one of you. I really, really do. I'll see you guys on the next one.